All right, let's see how to set up Azure Policy using the Azure portal. I am the Azure portal here, and from the search box, I'm going to type in policy. Let's give it a click. From the policy page, under the authoring section, we're going to create a new policy definition. So I'm going to click on definitions. And from here, we can click on policy definition to create a new policy definition. That would be one way of doing it. Another way of doing it would be to see if the action that you wish to perform can be found in this list of policy definition templates. Again, the action that we wish to carry out is to prevent people from creating resources outside of the African region. And we should be able to find that in this list of templates as allowed locations. All right, this is what we're looking for. We'll give it a click. So we're going to click on assign from here. So let's start with the basics tab. One of the first things we need to do under the basic tab is to assign it a scope. So I'll click here to do that. Now the scope can either be subscription or resource group. For this demo, we'll go with subscription. So I'm going to choose a valid subscription here and click select. Make sure to give it an assignment name, and you can also give it a description if you wish. And also ensure that the policy enforcement is set to enable. We're going to maintain the default values that we have under the advanced tab and proceed next to the parameters tab. The parameters tab is where we get to select our location. And our location for this demo is Africa. So I'll click on this drop down and type in Africa. We currently have 3 Azure data centers in Africa. So we're going to go ahead and select the 3. The 3, by the way, are located in South Africa. So I'll select the 3. And the next tab is remediation. Remediation is a way to handle non-compliant resources. You can create a remediation task for resources to bring them to a desired state and into compliance. We don't need to do anything here. Next, we have non-compliance messages tab. This is where we show a friendly non-compliant message to anyone who violates the policy. How about we type in, sorry, you are only allowed to create resources in the African region for compliance reasons. Next, let's click on Review plus Create, and we can go ahead and create this policy. Now the policy has been created, but note that you might need to wait for a period of 5 to 15 minutes for the policy to get propagated and take effect. Now with the policy in place, let's test its effectiveness. Let's attempt to create a virtual network. So let's search for virtual network. Let's give it a click. Click on create. And let's give our virtual network a name. And notice that the region is outside of Africa. Let's click on Review plus Create. And as you can see, the Azure policy prevented this deployment. Let's click to view the policy violation. And here we're able to see our non-compliant message that we configured earlier. Sorry, you are only allowed to create resources in the African region for compliance reasons. Now let's go back and attempt to create the same VNet. But this time, I'm going to choose an African region. Click Review plus Create. And let's click on Create. Good. We're now able to create our virtual network.